Welcome everyone to JOF Tech Broadcast. What I actually have here is a 2015 laptop buyer guide, mainly focused on if you're going back to school, but could also focus on if you're just looking to get a new laptop in 2015. And what I've picked is systems that I would personally choose based on a budget or what my actually needs may actually be. So that being said, let's jump in because it's hot here in Ohio, so anytime I have the computer on, it gets roasty in here. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is all-around systems that I'd recommend to anyone, general just productivity focused people out there, people that are on the move. These two systems will basically fit anyone's needs. And the first one is going to be the Dell XPS 13. This is probably the best looking laptop actually on this, and that if we take a look here at the system, you can see it's near bezel-less display. It is a 13.3 inch. It's running $800 for the non-touch, and that does get you an IPS 1920 by 1080 display, 128 gigabyte SSD. That's really all you need. You can get an external hard drive to take care of any larger storage. But if I was purchasing this right now, I'd purchase the $800 price point, and I would probably upgrade the hard drive or SSD in the future if I needed that. But for $800, this is the best looking laptop out, mainly because of the display. It's got good construction. It's a metal construction design. The keyboard, I've actually typed on it. You can sometimes get these a little cheaper at Costco, but it's an excellent laptop. I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's just looking for an all-around, general, somewhat slimmer laptop. And for the equivalents, it's going to be a 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. I do not run MacBooks, never have, so I'm just recommending this based on that it's the majority of highest purchasing laptop out there. You're going to get a 2.7-inch or 2.7 gigahertz Core i5 processor, 128 gigabytes of storage, but it's going to run you $1,300. And yes, that is much more than our XPS 13 laptop, but people buy these systems for a reason. They really enjoy them, and that's the one I'd recommend if I was going the Apple route. Now for convertible laptops. First one I'm going to recommend is the Spectra, HP Spectra X360. This is going to be a full 1920 by 1080 IPS display, 120 gigabytes SSD, and 4 gigabytes of memory, and it's going to run us $900. It's a very well built laptop. That's one thing I found when I was reading about the reviews on this, that it's a well constructed laptop, and it overall looks extremely good. The hinges, I've actually seen this in the store before are robust. They're very well built, so you're not going to have any problems there, but $900, that's what we're going to get. And another option, if you want something a little different, is the Lenovo Yoga 3 Pro. This is the best looking convertible laptop out there, but it is going to cost us $1,100, and that's going to get us standard 1920 by 1080 display, touchscreen, IPS. That's really it. It's very similar to the Spectra. I do think the keyboard's a little better on the Lenovo, but that's just because they're known for their keyboards. But if we look at the whole system here, it's got Intel Core M processor, which is a mobile processor, which is not going to be that fast, but it's going to get very, very good battery life. It comes standard with 256 gigabyte SSD. So that's something to keep in mind if you're looking for a convertible. I'm personally not a fan of convertible laptops, but that's just me. So now let's get into laptops that'll be more focused on if I was going back to school right now. The system that I would probably choose is the Alienware 15. I've always been a fan of Alienware laptops, and they've just gotten better over time. These are going to be more for people that are looking for performance and mainly in the gaming aspect of things, or a laptop that looks unique. They are very unique looking laptops. But for $1,200, we're going to get a 15-inch laptop. It's going to have a quad-core i5 processor, 8 gigabytes of memory, and I believe it's the 1920 by 1080 IPS display. They've come a long way in their displays. It is an IPS now, where they used to run TN panels, and we're going to get an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 965M graphics card. I would probably bump it up to the 970 if I was purchasing it. But this is a great system to purchase if you're looking for any type of gaming. And if you want something that's a little beefier, maybe throw a 980 in it, I would get the Alienware 17. The Alienware 17 is a very big laptop. I personally have owned an Alienware 17-inch laptop before, and it's very large, and they do get heavy, so that's something to actually keep in mind. But for $1,500, you're going to get a 1920 by 1080 display that you're going to get on the standard models here, and you're going to get the GTX 970M, which is a graphics card that's going to be able to do about any gaming that you want. You may have to bump down a few settings depending on what game it is, like Crysis 3 or anything like that. But I would look at both these, and these also have an Alienware amplifier graphics card, where what you can do is basically it's a little cube that you can hook up to your laptop that you can run an actual desktop's graphics card in. So this system will work great if you're wanting to maybe game on a larger screen, but really you're really getting a desktop GPU in a laptop form, but it's just going to be an external box. So that would be actually my desktop replacement if I was going to go that route. And now for the more professionals out there, I think this is the best laptop if you're maybe an engineer, or if you're more professional, want a professional grade system. The ThinkPad W550S. You're gonna get the 5th generation iCore processor, 1920 by 1080p display, ISV certified. They are more focused on security and overall reliability. In their system, it's going to cost $1,200 to start out, so that's something to keep in mind. They are expensive systems, but this is probably going to be the best well-built system on the market. I'm personally running Lenovo, I think it's a T440S, and Lenovo is known to build excellent laptops. The build quality and the keyboards are usually what they're known for. So if you want that, it also passes 11 military specs tests, so it's going to be a little bit more robust than the other systems out there. Now I'm going to go into a little bit more cheaper side of things. The Dell Inspiron 14 3000 series laptop. My dad personally has this system right now that he picked up at Best Buy. It starts around $230, and overall it's a pretty well built laptop. It's got a 720p display, so that's something to keep in mind. But overall, the build quality I was actually impressed with for that price point. It is going to be running Windows, so it's not a Chromebook, which is what my other systems are going. But you only get 2 GB of memory. It's only got an Intel Celeron, a dual-core processor, which is fine if you're just browsing around on the internet, or doing some Word documents or Excel, or even some light stuff like some light photo editing or some light video editing. You'll be able to do that pretty easily. And now for something that's a little cheaper, these are going to be Chromebooks. This is the Acer Chromebook 15. This is right now at $260 on Amazon, but there's many places you can get this under $200. I'm not very familiar with Chromebooks, but it does have an IPS display. So for that price point, you're getting an excellent display. It's going to be running Chrome, which means it just doesn't run Windows. It's going to be running the Chrome operating system, which basically means you're going to have to be connected to the internet. So keep that in mind. And my other option is going to be the Toshiba 13.3-inch Chromebook. Run about $300, but again, you can get this under $200, especially if you shop around. 9-hour battery life. It's got a 16 GB solid state drive in it, I'm assuming for the OS, and it's also got an IPS display, which is amazing that they can get an IPS display in the system for that price point. So that's it, guys. That's going to be my recommendations for laptops for 2015. If you have any more recommendations, definitely leave them in the comments below. There's a ton of laptops out there. There was probably about 5 to 10 more that I would actually recommend, but simply just ran out of time. That's it, guys. Hopefully you guys liked this video. I'm trying to get up as quick as possible because it is toasty outside, and where I'm at now doesn't have air, so got to deal with what you can. Thanks, guys, and I will see you guys next time.